It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
This is an all-sports station production.
Temps a little hot today at Lincoln Financial Field, but keep in mind it is technically still summer as we get you ready for some football in Philly. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the defending NFC champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, what a season it was for these Eagles and these Philly fans last year. An 8-0 start. 14-3 final record, 2 blowout wins in the NFC playoffs before coming up a bit short in Super Bowl 57.
And a good thing for Philadelphia is they try and get back to the Super Bowl. Many of the key pieces they had last year are back. Remember, this is the number 3 offense in the league, number 2 defense, and they threw in a heck of an NFL draft. They expect to contend one more time.
Meanwhile, for the Commanders, this is a team that many think could be the 4th best in the NFC East, but they've got a pretty strong defense that's going to probably keep them in some ball games.
Their investment in talent has certainly paid off. Number 4 against the pass a season ago. Number 4 overall in total defense. Nothing to shake a stick at. If they get good quarterback play, look out.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. And he's also one of the league's most dangerous players, thrown for 38 touchdowns his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Big strides, look at him go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas got it, 77 yards. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Commanders set to go to work on offense, and they've handed the controls to this man in his 2nd NFL season, former Tar Heel Sam Howell.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders. Right at the 30. Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down, Howell now. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Samuel going to go in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Finding room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 13 yards there at a Washington 1st.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, there he goes, left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Howell down to throw it. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing here, Howell. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Sly able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now the third-year man. Here's Kenneth Gainwell. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3rd down and 1. Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one, and another first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
And they'll go right back to Gainwell here on first down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kenneth Gainwell taking it in from 14 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. Second down, Howell back to pass. And his throw here is incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 26. Starting things out with a give to Gainwell. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd down and 4. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle and down to the 41.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Quick slant here to Smith. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Second down, here's Hurts. And they're not able to hook up there, incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And the Washington offense heading out. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That one goes for 30 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Howell. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Stays on his feet. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Howell. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commander's first down as he'll get this down to the 23. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they go play action with Howell. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. Cole Turner, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Let's look at Kenneth Gainwell as this offense comes back out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down as they take this up close to midfield. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st down, Hurts. Over the middle here to Brown. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw again. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to
touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith on the receiving end from Jalen Hurts. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Powell out of the shotgun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and it very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut it inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Powell, another throw on 2nd down. Sets up the screen to Robinson. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Third and 2. Third and 2. Here's Howell. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
It's Howell with another throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Third and 19. 3rd and long. Here's Howell. Is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. That one downfield for Dotson. And that is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
On first down, Howell. And his throw is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, many designs are getting back into this football game in the second half. They're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were in this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 23. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 55 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
An exciting run there by Gainwell. This is shaping up to be a breakout year for him. Philadelphia loves what he brings as a do-it-all back in their run-heavy offense, and this season could be the one where he becomes a name known to fans nationwide.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
They run the option on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Coming left is Gainwell. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
This short throw caught by Goddard. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And the defense closes quickly there, and they get maybe a yard to the 33. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Howell trying to pick it up on third. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down. Robinson up the middle. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established. Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. Howell now to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Applied the heat off the edge. Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way. No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run behind center with Gainwell. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
The Eagles send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Crowder now to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Howell and the Commanders come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Howell. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And once more, Howell back to the air. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Howell from the gun. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Another throw for Howell. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 28 yards. He's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Sam Howell, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll begin on the ground with Gamewell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Back to Gainwell here on second down. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 73 yards rushing now for Gainwell, and this a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. On second down, Gainwell looking for space. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he goes out right around the 39. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now it's Crowder. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 11, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Howell to throw. Pass complete to Robinson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soaking hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that will wound up incomplete. Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down. Here's Howell. And that will be incomplete as well.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, Howell, desperation time. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Howell looking to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Another try from the 14 on 2nd and 10. Howell with one final shot. And Thomas has it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So flying Eagles fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.